If you want to improve in something, one of the biggest releases of art blocks you can get through is to acknowledge and accept that you will make mistakes, and those mistakes aren't really mistakes. The only mistake you can make is stop progressing, just stop, to give up. Hi there. In this video I want to talk about why it's okay to make mistakes and why making bad art is okay. Perhaps you clicked on this video because you ran into the self-critique of, man, my art sucks, or I hate my art, or I wish I could do better. And maybe you're tired of making mistakes. I believe this can be a helpful video for you to see things perhaps a little bit differently. I wish, honestly, I knew this sooner, and things started to change rapidly in certain areas of my life when I started to incorporate this. One example is studying Japanese. I used to very strictly, every day, study for hours, and I was making no progress. It was so difficult. And honestly, Japanese is difficult. But I wasn't making progress because I was so scared of messing up, making the mistake of saying something wrong. Oh my gosh. What if I met someone while in Japan, or I practiced with a study buddy and I said something wrong? Oh no. And I get it. It's a really uncomfortable feeling, right? Being scared of failure. And this kept blocking, for lack of a better term, kept blocking my progress into learning the language. Until I realized that many years later, yes, years later, where I almost made no progress, I realized that having fun is one of the most important things. And when you're having fun, you don't care about messing up. You're just speaking the language, or you're just doing a thing, and whether it's art, you just let your pencil go, you know. If you're an artist and you created memes just for fun and laughs just for your friends, you know what I'm talking about. Or maybe as a kid, you just drew doodles for fun, you know. And life is like that sometimes. That when we start to try really hard to make it serious, it becomes heavy. And when we're afraid of making mistakes, things start to go slower. And things get harder because it creates so much resistance to the thing. We're like, oh, it has to be perfect, has to be good, or else. But let me tell you, or else what? What are you afraid of if you make a mistake? Or let's say you created an art piece, or you said something you shouldn't have said. So what? So what? You're human, and to human is to make mistakes. And I wish I knew this sooner. And to get back to the analogy of language learning, when I was studying, or I'm still studying, but when I went from studying in this serious manner to having more fun and allowing myself to say the wrong thing, it instantly boosted my skill. I'm still learning, but it's also more fun, it's much easier, and things just start to click. And I see the same thing happening in my art as well. For many years I have been stuck. Well, it's part of learning as well, I suppose, but being stuck in this mindset that whatever I create has to be great, because people will see it, they will judge it, I'm judging it all the time. But that is the inhibitor to growth. It's okay to suck. It's okay to, well, quote unquote suck. It's okay to make mistakes, because the mistakes is what makes you learn. And there's people out there that will say the opposite, and I made the mistake of listening to them, and I want to say to you right now, gentle reminder, suggestion, don't listen to them. They're deeply afraid of making mistakes themselves, and they think the world is black and white. But the world is not black and white. It's progress, it's a transition. Our greatest painters or artists didn't get born with a pencil in their hand or a guitar. They progressed over time. They truly loved something. They were truly intrigued and curious. And that curiosity led them to where they are now. Or was. And if you want to improve in something, one of the biggest releases of art blocks you can get through is to acknowledge and accept that you will make mistakes. And those mistakes aren't really mistakes. The only mistake you can make is stop progressing. Just stop. To give up. That's the only mistake you can do. There's no guarantee how fast or how good you'll get. But that doesn't matter. If you're having fun, if you're enjoying yourself, and if you're progressing, you know, what's the drawback to that? And even if you say, let's say you didn't make any mistakes, how boring is that? You just instantly got good at something. It's like taking the cheat codes in The Sims and giving yourself $1 million. Simoleons, I suppose. Okay. You'll have fun at the game for 1 hour buying all the things that your character don't need. And then you'll end up quitting the game. You're bored. Eliminated the journey. Mistakes, when I say mistakes, it's not really mistakes. It can be fun too. And I get it. Sometimes it just sucks. You know, it's okay to be angry and frustrated sometimes. You're human. It's emotions. It's good to get them out. It's not bad to have emotions. But don't let it consume you. And try not to listen to that inner critic. Self-defeating critic. Of your voice telling you, you know, you suck or you should just quit. Don't let it. Don't let it. Or I'll never be good enough. It's a complete lie. You're good enough just as you are right now. And you're progressing. Go out there and explore your art or whatever you do. And have fun with it. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's my main message for today. And I hope you have a great weekend or a great week, depending on when this video uploads. See you in the next one.